Hello, viewers. Thank you for watching today. My name is Arun Trivedi, and you have started watching the AI with Arun show. Today, we have Andy Nallappan as our show. So, Andy, thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us today.
Welcome. Yeah, it's happy to be here. Thanks for hosting me.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. So, very quickly, quick intros on Andy. So, when you talk to Andy, there are three things that stand out when you meet him: his humility, his warmth, and his knowledge of the business world. In his very distinguished career of over 30 years, Andy has contributed to the growth of various companies. And most recently, he serves as the EVP and the Chief Operating Officer at Cloud Software Group. He has more than 30 years of experience, as I said, in IT, in software engineering, security, mergers and acquisitions, program management. Wow. Across various Fortune 500 companies, public sector companies, private equity firms, and so on. He has built greenfield IT and more importantly, is sizing it right to go public. He has led fast paced, high value programs to help companies divest, acquire, cut costs very quickly, and to increase margins. Prior to Cloud Software Group, Andy was the CIO and CTO at Broadcom right from its Avago days. Before that, he has been with Agilent and HP. Early on, and here's what I find very interesting, Andy was a design engineer at Hindustan Aeronautics in India. He also was a lecturer of mechanical engineering at the University of Madras. Wow, that's great, Andy. So,
Yep.
by education, yeah, Andy has been a mechanical engineer and he has an MS in mechanical engineering from the University of Texas, El Paso. Now, the company where Andy is the chief operating officer, Cloud Software Group, it supports more than 100 million users globally adopt, transform, and meet the challenges facing every modern enterprise across the private, public, managed, and sovereign cloud environments. The group includes what I call as the enterprise household names like Citrix, TIBCO, NetScaler, ZenServer, ShareFile, IBI, Spotfire, and Jaspersoft. Wow, how amazing, Andy. I'm so glad to have you on the show, and thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. So, Andy, let's dive into the first segment of our talk show, AI with Arun Show. So, Andy, you have been a mechanical engineer. You also taught. You're a teacher yourself. How did the shift happen from mechanical engineering to the world of IT and technology?
Yeah, good question there. No, I chose mechanical engineering out of my interest because I wanted to see things made, and I can have my hands on there. But the reality was when I joined Industrial Aeronautics Limited, what I realized is this is not something I really enjoyed it, because I had to use mini drafters, do the drawings, sit in the office, and as it was in a design. So at the time, got exposed to the Cataya software from a French company where HAL was working with the French to design their new helicopters and advanced light helicopters, and also LC light combat aircraft. That's why I got exposed to it. Then I thought, hey, this computer can make my job easy. Then it was exciting. That's why I decided I had to do something related to computer. So then I chose to come to US to do manufacturing engineering, where I exposed myself to CAD CAM, and I got a full exposure to the computer, and also took a minor in kind of a what's called a MIS, and I got exposed to the databases, and information technology there, and also got some Unix. Then I came to Bay Area, where now I took courses in the University of California at Berkeley, and the evening classes. That now I enriched myself with a lot of computer courses there, and that's how I know basically the interest. And also to just give you, I my first language I learned when I was in my college back in India, Coimbatore, was a COBOL programming. So I got exposed to that even before I joined HAL. So I knew then I know something was I liked about is the computers and programming. So that's how I switched it. And thanks to the Bay Area and Silicon Valley, it provided opportunity to completely switch from mechanical and manufacturing to the IT, and now into these whole operations and business there. So that's my journey.
Yeah, no, fantastic, Andy. It's very interesting how you started on mechanical engineering. You had the vision to foresee that and the foresight to see that computers are going to change the world. And from COBOL all the way till AI, that's a fantastic journey that you have. Yeah. So Andy, when you were younger, what kind of coaches, mentors did you have who helped you, or did you sort of think through yourself on what the future could look like?
Early on, in my young childhood, it is my parents. It is that was my driving. Is that hey, I had to make my mom happy, and I need to uplift them there, and that was a draw. I had to do my best. And also the schools I went, the competition and trying to do the best, and that was there. But no, when I came to my university, it was a friends, they helped me and worked with and motivated it. But no, on top of all of this, when I came to US, then the mentors were my managers. I was fortunate, I was blessed to have the managers. They saw the potential on me, which even I didn't even know that I had it there. Every time, whether it is an HP or is an Agilent or is in Avago or now it's in Cloud Software Group, every time I was very fortunate, that I had a manager who was not only a mentor. It is always people say that you get surrounded yourself by smart people, but also I'd say they get surrounded by the people who trust you, who provide that opportunities is very hard, who see the potential beyond what you see yourself. I know, and there are a lot of people now. I can go on naming it. And I had a manager called Bob Rudy in Avago. He was a great mentor, and he coached me, to be a CIO there. I had a guy called Mike Magri, the manager in HP, who made me first manager over there. I had someone called Dominic Grau in Agilent, and who believed in me that I can do things globally. Gave me global programs and HR world there. And obviously, Hog Tan and Tom Klaus, they saw more than what I could do with the large enterprises. And Tom Klaus took me to and out of IT and put me into the business and gave me all the operations, and also into the go-to-market, all the stuff there. So it is those people. It was more than one, and but no, all of this is added up, and that's what helped me and who I am right now, to be who I am right now.
No, wonderful, Andy. So obviously you've had a lot of good people around you who mentored you, coached you, and now you're at the stage where you're a mentor and coach yourself, given the position that you have and the kind of things that you bring to the table, Andy. But Andy, if you were to go back and relook at the career that you've had so far, what advice would you have to your younger self?
See, I always tell this to everybody who asks me there, hey, did you plan to be the CIO, or what made you to this one? There, I gave the only one advice is that now you should be ready to give up what you have. If you want to raise up. If you're not ready to give up, if you're not ready to move out of your comfort zone, you'll never move up. And whenever there's an opportunity comes up, open the doors, listen to it there. Sometimes people plan somewhere and say, I want to go in this direction and I want to be here. I'm very comfortable. I like it there. That is okay to start with it, but always keep your eyes and ears open, and look for opportunities. And whenever you think that you achieved the max in a potential in any particular area you're working on it, ready to move on. That's what I did. When I thought that I'm done with being a CIO, I was ready to move out and I'd pick up my career, pick up Broadcom. I said I gave it to my successor, my position. I moved on. Said I need to learn something else. Then now I am the Cloud Software Group. And I want to do something else. So my advice is learn, take risk. If you're on end, don't think twice about failing. That's the only way you learn. That's a huge learning lessons there. And learn and open the doors whenever there's an opportunity there, and don't get too comfortable with what you're doing it, because always you have to disrupt. When you disrupt, you are learning it there. When if you get too comfortable, if your job is too easy, you're not learning. And you got to keep learning. That's the only way you move up. And whatever got you here will never get you where you want to go there. Sometimes what you're holding on to it will become a gravity, will pull you down. So you need to know when to drop it. Then just move up. That's the only way you can start flying, and conquer the heights you want to do. It is you have to detach yourself, not to become emotional with anything. The only thing is just look at your potential and keep learning.
Yeah, fantastic, Andy. I think a lot of the young people, or even people who are mid-career, they would have a lot of things to learn from here, because the moment you get comfortable,
Yes.
you know that you're done. And I met one of the other founders who was telling me how he always finds ways to be in rooms where he's the sort of the least smart, because that's the only way he can learn more from other people, and sort of have a growth mindset. That's
Yeah.
how you cultivate growth mindset.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful, Andy. Andy, thank you so much for sharing your personal story and how you came from where you were to where you are today. It's been such a fascinating journey. You have had an illustrious career so far. and fantastic learning to all the viewers out there. So, Andy, we're going to take a segue here and talk about the technology expertise and capabilities that you developed over a period of time, right? So, you have seen a lot, Andy, right? You have seen the mainframe part of the world. Now you're seeing a lot of the AI world coming in. So, in terms of technology and trends, Andy, what are the some of the technology and trends that you have seen and are seeing now that you see that will shape the future?
So, in my career, right, there's a lot of disrupting technologies, whether it is in the internet, that was a big thing there. We know that in the early 2000s, the dot coms there, and a lot of things in automations, and mobile phone technologies there. So there's so much. If you look at back, last 2 decades, especially, post, Y2K, there's been the transition disruption is in a fast pace, and the mobile devices, after Apple came up with smartphone, it has changed the way how people live. Forget about how they work, how they live, how they get information. Really, it made the world is flat. So it's a lot has happened. Always, yeah, I tell this. There is a four. There's a things have to be available. The 3 A's. To be available, accessible, affordable. When these 3 things happens, it becomes viral. That was happened to the technology. Because of internet made it is available to everybody there. The internet made it possible. But when it is accessible, it is the whole Wi-Fi and the geophone and everything there. And there's a whole Wi-Fi, 5Gs and mobile devices. It made it is accessible. But it's available. Internet made it available. All these technologies came after that. It made it accessible easy because you don't need a laptop to do it. You don't need an AC room to be there. You don't need to go to the work to access the internet. Before you remember, you need to go to work to access the internet. So either the internet was available, it was not accessible. These mobile devices, these telco companies made it accessible. But then last piece is affordable. Is it affordable though? Now, if you look at back in India, they made it geo like free. That those cost has slashed the volume there. It is accessible then. So when it became wider, that's how the technology has changed. Changed how we live, how we work, all the stuff. So we had a great last 2 decades. Awesome. So now what's happening is things are building up on these foundations. Because of all this, what happened in the technology side, it is available, accessible. Now we can even make it better there. That's why this whole AI is happening there. So it's what it happens is people used to do a lot of mundane stuff. Like I said, people used to spend time in kids to handwriting. We all, when we went to school, we spent a lot of time in improving our handwriting. Now we don't do it. We don't do that. None of our kids spend time in improving handwriting. So what happens? That effort is now focused on what else I can do to make myself better. So that's what it is. All of this is removed a lot of mundane stuff we had to do because there is no other alternative. So now it elevated all the human to do better stuff. So that's what the trend is going. The last 2 decades is what happened. All our kids is doing much. Why they are smarter? Because they're not spending the time doing mundane stuff. They're doing, they have access to mobile devices, they have access to the informations, it doesn't matter where they live, they have access to all this stuff. So it improves it there. So now the technology for the next 2 decades, it will make it further, take us to another 2 levels up there. But what I'm not so happy about is, even though it's so much things happen with technology, it has not made the healthcare the same way there. Now, if you look at healthcare, it is available actually. Now, the lot of cure is available, but it's not accessible to everybody. People have to travel to places to get this done. And even if it can accessible, not affordable to many people, even in the United States, developed countries there. If this technology can make that healthcare, is accessible and affordable to everybody, and bring the cost down. Same thing, volume, whatever the same thing happened to technology. If the same thing can happen to this next 2 decades in healthcare, it'll change the way people live, the quality of the life. Because we're all blessed to have better health and better family and stuff. There are so many people in the world, so many. You can see it in Africa right now. What's happening there? Now they don't get the basics there. So this is what I wish that now the technology will, how it changed how we live, how our quality of the life and education, everything. I wish that it also helps to improve the quality of healthcare, the cost of healthcare, making the same way available, accessible, and affordable.
Yeah, that's great, Andy. I mean, the way you articulated it on the based on the 3 A's, that is phenomenal. I personally hadn't thought about it that way. But then you are spot on. I mean, those are three A's that actually make something go viral.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fantastic, Andy. So coming back to the in a business context, Andy, and in talk in particular about AI, what are some of the immediate impacts of AI that you're seeing here and now problems that enterprises are able to solve in the AI world or leveraging the power of AI?
See the you mean what the enterprises see as an opportunity for the AI, or what the problem
Right,
is?
right. Yeah, yeah. What opportunities do enterprises see today that it can solve with the help of AI?
Yeah, in the same way you take it right now, the corporates have spent a lot of money. If you look at the SG&A or look at design, there's a lot of mundane stuff we do. Now people do it, and we don't do it well. That's what it is. It's not you do it, you don't do it well. And why look at the software, especially people can just say, I can write a code, I can release to production, I can sell it, then I can spend next 10 years to make it better, patch after patch after patch. It is what AI can do is improve that quality, bring the cost of operations, cost of development down, then make it even more affordable to people then. So there's a lot of areas there. It will evolve there. One of the areas is right now we've seen it, the chatbots and RPAs help now in the areas customer support. You can do a lot more stuff, much better. For example, right now, I remember when I came to this country, if we need to call a roadside assistance, it'll be a nightmare to call, wait. Now it is all done through. No, you don't even talk to anybody there. You get updates. You get quickly. Get solved. So look at that interaction. Even though you don't talk to when you talk to the human, the experience was worst. But now when you talk to the chatbot or smartphone, the experience is much better because they keep you updating it. They call you and say, hey, they showed up, they fixed your car, and what have you. So it gets done much faster. So it is basically a win to the businesses, corporates, because there's less, they spend less money there, and it is a win for the customer because they get the value for it. So that is where looking at the AIs really make a fundamental change in how services are provided, how the values are delivered. It has to be all value now going forward. This AI will help to deliver that value, and price you pay for the value, and then you can have a real feedback whether I'm getting the value or not. I'm not stuck with it, right? So that's why I see this value will change how we develop and deliver products to the customers, and how they procure, and how they are going to continue to do business with you there. It's all going to be value, not just I'm buying it because I need this product. It is, are you delivering the value to me, to my expectations, and you're getting better? Because one of the expectations of AI is things will get consistently better and better and better, because we have the technology in a faster pace of evolving this. So there are good opportunities, but I think it's time will tell. Yeah, right now we have the technology, but it needs the ecosystem. It needs the data. It needs a lot more stuff. The use cases. It's all now people talking about the chip, but there's a lot more than chip. Chip can only process it. The end users don't get anything out of the chip. It has to be the softwares and data and stuff built on top of that. Then you see the value. But so far in the past, there's big gap between the value, and the purchase and how they interact. Now the gap is reducing it. People now slowly start paying for the value, and they're going to make it that is the prime criteria how I'm going to do business with any of the large enterprises.
Right. No, fantastic insights, Andy. Andy, so if I were an executive at a company, right, and I actually have two questions on that, but the first part of the question, if I'm an executive as a company, how should I go about, what would your advice be to me on how I should go about starting an AI-led project or a program internally within my company?
Sure. For sure, you need to have initiative on AI, because there's a lot of talk. You don't want to lose out. But at the same time, you need to be very careful. There's so much vaporware, so much hype. People used to call everything automation. Now they call everything in AI. So you need to know, because it is not cheap right now. It's expensive. People have not figured out, whether there is a real ROI. People are sure about the possibilities. There is a lot of possibility. To the AI is not something new. It's been there for decades. But like I said, it wasn't affordable. It wasn't available to everybody. It wasn't accessible. But now it is, the AI is available, is accessible, is not still affordable. It still is way too expensive. Now, so you need to be very careful where you deploy this AI. Is there a clear ROI? If it is for productivity, do you even have a basics? Do you have a metrics? No, you have a baseline metrics. How you're operating right now. If I put an AI, can I see the difference? And then can I act on it? Then can get the cost savings, at least get a return on that investment. Now, otherwise, it becomes another tech stack. See, all these enterprises, they're very good in making this, just selling on top of what is, it just keep adding the tech stacks, but then you're complicating your architecture there. Then you don't get value. So you're just jumping on the wagon. As I need to do some AI. So you're adding an AI additional tech stack, but then you don't even measure it. Many companies don't measure the outcome. Everybody says I have to do it because everybody's doing it. But be smart. Pick only areas. No hurry. You don't have to. No, there's time there. No, the more you wait, even better, because competition will come up. Things will get cheaper there. No, but at the same time, you don't have to sit quiet on it. Pick areas now where the customer support, where you see it's going to improve the value to your end customers, even within in the corporate, even your customers. And that is clear. Black and white. I can tell you I added value, and for that, I can reduce my cost, or I can improve the revenue, and there is ROI. Then do it. Otherwise, don't do it. Wait. Don't throw the AI everywhere there. Many places is not worth it right now. You shouldn't even try it. But it depends the corporate, depends the companies, where you do in sales or do marketing or in the product or do operations and IT there. Yeah, it depends what you do, how much money you spend, where you are right now there.
Yeah, no, great insight, Andy, because I see a lot of companies have that fear of being left out, or fear of missing out, right? But then what you said, the having the right value, does it make sense for to do it? Only
Yeah,
then you do it. Otherwise, there's no rush. There's no
yeah,
hurry. Wonderful, wonderful. Andy, if on the second part of my question, Andy, if I'm a tech worker, I'm a young professional, what kind of advice would you have on what are some of the areas that I should be looking at on upskilling myself or skilling myself so I can find the right kind of opportunities in the world of AI?
yeah. So, no, many times I think people think AI means is a high tech, is LLM. I need to learn algorithms. No, I did computers, all the stuff there. But look at AI as many different pieces there. The LLMs and the learnings is one part of it. But if you really want to extract the value of AI, you need to understand your domain, your data. Then you can apply that one there. That is where there's a big gap there. Garbage in, garbage out. Your AI is not going to do the magic of giving you the right answer if it doesn't have the right context. So that is important. So that's why it's all these kids coming up right now. Don't think everybody has to just go and learn these LLMs and algorithms. If you are a mechanical engineer, if you're a civil engineer, if you're a chemical engineer, yeah, or if you're in a gaming, just focus on understanding the domain, understanding the data in the domain. What the possibilities there. Then you connect that, have the ability to connect it to an AI, get the value. Because AI, whatever you're talking about, Chat GPT, Gemini, that's only half of the problem, half of the equation. The other half, which is very critical, it's understanding the data, understanding the domain, understanding the process. If you have these two, this is the one thing, when I went to Case Western University, where my kids went there, one of the professors told me, it's very good. Now he said, they put three groups of students to develop games, which is one is the computer science kids, other one is art, other one is psychology. So the psychology, the students tells what the kids love, like it. The art group people, they just create that environment. Then the computer science guys code it. See how it comes together there? It's not only technology there. AI is exactly the same thing. Okay, so you need to have the group of this. There's a big piece is the domain, the data, the domain knowledge, the data, then your LLMs, your technology, your all the stuff that, right now, what you see is all commercial world, like a Google search. That is not going to work for your enterprise. Enterprise, you need to know the domain. Which line of verticals you are in there. Are you in energy? Are you in manufacturing? Are you, in telco? Are you in a software, high tech? So understand that domain. Even in the school, pick a domain, learn the domain, understand the data, have exposure to what the AI can do. Come back and now bridge the gap, manage it. You'll be the king of this because you're going to get to extract the value. The people who can extract the value out of AI is going to be the winners. So in the college, the kids there, if you are in a domain, No worries. Don't worry. Don't hurry and jump to the AI thing. There, learn the domain and connect the dots. You'll have a much better career.
Yeah, fantastic, Andy. Because I see a lot of kids, talking about, oh, I got to do computer science because that's what the future is.
Yeah,
But then you're so spot on. If you don't understand the domain, then like you rightly said, in the example that we gave, that computer science was really step three of the whole process. The
yeah.
first one was really about the domain and the data, and then the computer science guys coming in to program it. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, look at it.
Fantastic.
You know the audience. That's the
Yeah,
psychology.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
The
yeah,
audience.
yeah,
And you need to create the right ecosystem for that audience. Then you code it. Basically you develop the product, build the product. That's where everything there. There's a domain. There's only the domain. Psychology domain. And this is the ecosystem, the data, the whole thing, how it works there. Then do it. So that's people miss that big pieces there. That's where the use case. That's where right now AI is struggling. You don't have those two. You have the technology, everything. You have the data in some cases for sure. In other cases, they're collecting it. No, they are in the process there. You need more people on that one.
yeah. Well, Andy, I can tell you this. I have watched a lot of, and so I'm so sure, so a lot of people, right? They watch a lot of videos on AI, but nobody explains it the way that you did on, why it is very fundamental and important to learn about the domain and not just jump into the technology part, right? Even a lot of the executives also sort of miss the bus over here and think about, oh, we got to do something on LLMs or something on, a chatbot or something. But no, that's not the way to start.
Yeah.
Wow, this is so interesting, Andy. I mean, the way you articulated where really should the starting point should be, and not the LLM as a goal. Wonderful, wonderful. Andy, so if you were to give an example of something that you have seen, what kind of examples would you be open to sharing with our audience on something that you have taken AI, implemented AI on a use case, and you have seen the benefit of that coming in?
I mean, I've not done anything really on the my work side in the corporate there, but in the personal in using stuff that some of the real good value what I've see if you want to for example right now if you want to list a property in a Zillow or do a rental in a Zillow there or you want to prepare a resume there it is a lot of times see this is what it is what I'm trying to say is not everybody is good in everything. So a lot of people will struggle in how do I write things there. That's why the marketing people are good in doing it. But no, not everybody has access to that marketing people. Not everybody has that skills of communication skills. Putting the right words, making it look good. Even though your content is good, but you don't dress it up. You dress it up, right? See, it doesn't matter how you look. It's all matter how you dress up. If you dress up well, you look good, right? So
Yeah,
same thing. This AI really helps how to dress up. Now you have a good content, but if unfortunately you have to dress up. If you want to go to a prom, you need to dress up. Otherwise, no, you don't look good. Same thing. You want to go to a market, you want to go there. You need to get that content right. So you have the good idea, you have the good information there, but you may not have that skills. That's where that's the kind of areas where AI really bridge that gap. So now it makes it accessible and available to you. I can just put my content there. It just makes it looks very good. Refine it, and you learn from the two. You get better. So that is the one I real time examples.
right.
Creating content for an external consumption there. Whatever it is there, whether you're selling something, you're writing a resume, nothing wrong with it right now because content is yours. You just put in the right words. Instead of you go and hire somebody and pay them there, now you can just do it for free, a little less cost over there, but it helps you to position yourself better there. Again, that is again like a mundane stuff. You don't need you need to be the expert of this. Will help a lot of people. They don't get the job because they didn't write the resume well. They didn't put this content out well, so they lose out. But here, everybody has a level playing field now because the technology can help that. That's one good example there. And in a work also the same thing. Many times now you want to write an email. It says no, you don't know how to write an email. To an executive there. Yes, you can use it, ask them there, they refine it, they help you to do it there. You put a content, it puts you right way there. And it helps a lot there. There's a lot of mundane stuff if you're not good in it. You can do it.
Yeah,
So, like I call it'll liberate you to focus on the core, what is important, not to spend time on other things that you can use this. Then it liberates you. Then you can just go and learn the core domain stuff. What do you do about that? That is a good example there. In a corporate, what we are looking at right now, it will help us to do. I always believe in self healing. This is what will help you self healing. And that means you don't need whenever you have a human intervention, You cannot, like, if you want to do a 4 nines, 5 nines, it's humanly impossible to do a 5 9 SLAs. No, you know this very well. There, right? No, nobody will sign up for it. Because if a human has to answer, intervene in the process, the 5 9 is gone. Right? No, and that's why now with AI, you can do 5 9, SLAs. In things that in IT and other places there. Because you can not only you can predict, you can detect, you can self heal. So there's no human need to be there to address that situation there. Those are the areas, we have seen it. There's the possibilities there to get to that 4 9s, 5 9s. A long way to go, but there's another example. There's a possibility.
Yeah. No, wonderful, Andy. No, thank you for sharing those examples. Andy, we'll move on to the third segment, and which is more about looking forward. Um, so in this segment, Andy, where do you think the technology in general, right, and AI in particular, what do you think the next 5, 10 years? Uh, how do you see things panning out next couple of years?
I think in the right now, obviously we have that hardware to do the job. That's why Nvidia is doing very well. Nvidia, Broadcom, they all doing well because we have the chip. They can do the job. Right? That's a good thing. Then we have this. This is all the LLMs. Everybody, Chat GPT, Open Llama, Gemini, Copilot, all the stuff. All those, the algorithms are there now. So what is missing is the third part, which you told about the data, the domain, the vertical use cases there. That's where you need to be focused. That's why I think the next 2 to 3 years, will be a lot of startup companies, other things already working on it. Focus on that area. So then it'll become available everywhere. Then right now, if you look at people, it is available. It's not accessible. You don't even know what it is, how to use it there, and not affordable. So I expect in the next 2 to 5 years, the use case will be wider. There'll be competition will come up. So it's becoming much more accessible and valuable, and also the cost is will be very affordable there. So it'll become viral for sure. The internet, it took a while to become viral. Smartphone, it took a while to become viral, but it didn't right away there. It took a while even getting into all other countries too. So same way that AI is now, it has a great start. There's a good foundations over there. But in the next 5 years, I hope whatever happened to the smartphone will happen again here. So that makes it accessible, affordable, and available in every use case possible, including my favorite, healthcare.
Yeah. That's a great way of looking at it, Andy. And I liked how you use the framework of the AAA to explain the future. That's phenomenal. Andy, in terms of the business world by itself, right? Tech executives or even executives of other companies, using AI in their normal world, right, in their own domains. How do you see that panning out?
Um, in the executives, how they use it, or
Yeah.
in
So for example, let's say I'm a CIO, I'm a chief marketing officer, or chief finance officer, CFO. How would I, as a CFO, be using AI in next couple of years? And CFO is just an example, but
I mean,
it could be an executive
personally,
in the corporate world, in the corporate world.
yeah, for their own job or in the
Yeah,
domain there.
in the domain.
I think every executives I'm going forward will have an AI initiative in investment going forward. You have to have it, and whether you are developing a product or we're selling a product, or or you're running operations, on the function side, there's a lot of possibilities over there. And but what all the executives will do is now, you can see it, they all have they all think that this will reduce their cost or increase the opportunity, to improve the revenue, and say, cost of selling is I can reduce it, marketing, and even running SG&A. So there's a lot of expectations that this AI will bring my cost down and increase my revenue and value to customers. So the end of the day, what does it mean is, it has to increase the EBITDA, right? So because there's a lot of opportunities to improve the EBITDA there. So everybody will be looking at, in that perspective, how can I use this to improve EBITDA? If people think that they're going to add this in another tech stack, I don't think a good executive will do this. I'm going to give some money to my CIO, or my VP of applications or infrastructure or security, or developer, and a product development. Hey, I just give you another $1 million or $5 million. You're going to add it. No, they're going to ask for it. If I give $5 million, what I get for that? because they're tired of just keep adding the tech stacks there. Like if you look at it, one of the things is I'm getting confused too, that we have a we have a chat bots, so we have RPAs and the companies there. We have a lot of what do you call no code, low code automations. Then you have this now the whole generative AI. We look at generative AI can do all of these. It is, but why do I add on top of a chatbot another copilot there, or another chat GPT there? How can I collapse all this to one investment, get the max value of this? So that's what I think that every executive will looking at this. How can I make my environment simple and then get better value by using this? What are other possibilities? Hey, if I have a chat GPT, I don't need to have spend a lot of time in collecting all the data, going through ETL, do stuff. I can just leave it as it is and have the AI to go and do the job and give me the answer. I don't have to do a lot of plumbing, everything there, because it's possibility there. So that's what two things is: how can I simplify my footprint? I can get the more value, and that is basically improve my EBITDA or improve revenue.
Yeah.
Both.
So the great Andy. So for all the tech executives or the executives out there who are listening to the show, I think I'll just underline what Andy just said. Instead of think of AI not as another tech stack, but think of AI as how do you simplify your existing landscape and look at the EBITDA part, look at the value part, right? Don't think of AI as another
Correct.
complicating the landscape. Yeah, wonderful, Andy, wonderful. This has been such an insightful session for all our viewers, especially for people who are in the corporate world, executives, young professionals. This is fascinating, Andy. Andy,
Thank
so with that, we'll move on to the rapid fire round. And here, Andy, what I do is I'll ask you a question, and you have very limited time, Andy, to think about the answers. So, Andy, my first question to you is ChatGPT or Google Gemini?
See,
Make sure to be quick.
I don't have enough experience, on either one of them to see which one I'll use it. Right now, I use both of it. I'm no, Gemini, Google have changed the world of search, so they have some history, and they can do well. Chat GPT was first one to come up, with the generative AI. So both have their pluses and minuses there. So I had to wait and see which one. Right now, both. I'm going to use both.
Okay, okay, good. Second one, which is the most overrated AI trend right now?
The most overrated AI is people, everybody's selling whatever. No, they have not even done anything. They take that automation what they have already built in the last 3 years, come back and tell it that is AI, there's a chat GPT. you know and in many BI areas, and even they bring the chat bots and they say it's AI. Hey, I've been using chat bots. What is there in AI there? So that's what it is. It's very hype. Is you already have something, I'm using it, it's just putting the different name there. That's why we have to be careful. What is the real chat GPT or AI is there? This is more than what you have already, because it's
Yeah,
very.
yeah, yeah. What very rightly said. All right. So third one, in one sentence, how do you define the future of AI?
The future of AI will improve the quality of mankind and the universe. It'll make this place better. I believe in this because it's going to give you a lot more insights. And like I said before, it's going to remove the mundane work. So people can spend time in quality time in the issues which is impacting the mankind, which is the healthcare, global warming, everything. So it will. That's my hope.
Yeah, wonderful. Will improve mankind for sure. The fourth one, what is one AI skill set that everyone should learn today?
How to this is all you should know: how to use the AI, how the AI works. What you feed in is what you get out of it, right? And how do you validate that? You don't completely trust it. That it's basically what I say is, if you hire somebody, you're going to make sure the person is doing the work right. Similarly, there you need to understand the domain, and you need to make sure that you have ability to validate the results. You don't 100% blindly trust this. The one skill you need to know is you need to be top of AI. Don't think that AI is top of you there. You are always on top of the technology, everything. You are the one who need to make the final decision. So develop a skill. How do you validate the AI? Don't say that AI is smarter than you there. You have to be smarter than AI. That means you need to know the domain, you need to know the data, you should be able to validate. If you're not smarter than AI, you will lose out. The AI will fool you.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. And the last one, Andy, if AI could take over one of your daily tasks completely, what it would be?
If AI can read all this WhatsApp and social media and everything, you can tell me what should I know, what should I do with that, including my email. Also, I spend a lot of time, in catching up with all this. There's so much out there, so much out there. Instead of I go through each one of them, LinkedIn, and WhatsApp and Facebook and email and a chat agent, Slack. There's like 10 different things. It's very hard to catch up. If AI can read all this for me and tell me this is what I need to do, and just give me this and even help me. Hey, this is what it is. Email, I prepared it for you. You just validate, reply. No, that'll be awesome. I don't have to read everything, go through it, because I need also junk. A lot of the junk is eliminated. If you can do all the stuff there, take out all the phishing emails, phishing WhatsApp, and everything there, that'll be an awesome there. Yeah, that'll be a real productivity booster.
Yeah, that's fantastic, Andy. And I'm sure anybody who listens to this, that'll probably be a business idea for a startup idea for one of them on something like this. But thank you, Andy. That was the last one that we had in the rapid fire round, and that brings us to the end of the session, Andy. I really want to take a moment to thank you so much for being part of this show and for enlightening and sharing your knowledge and your insights from the corporate world onto your users. So really appreciate it, Andy.
Thank you. No, I do. No, I enjoyed the discussions, and I hope your viewers enjoying it. Thanks for everyone who listened to this, and it was a great discussion. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Andy.
Take care.